I'm just overwhelmingly troubled by the fact that no one seems to be able to do much about what has happened to you. You got the Inspector General, very respectable person. You've done a lot of things that have been historic, but you issue a management alert. And to me, it sounds ridiculous to say you don't think these guys at the FBI, the senior managers, understand that they shouldn't retaliate against somebody by putting them under extreme personal hardship while they engage in a completely baseless persecution over their security clearance, and they leave them in limbo for 27 months, and to this moment haven't paid what I understand to be the consideration under the settlement that's been reached. That is astonishing. And if that's not astonishing enough, that all you can do is issue an alert, Congress does absolutely nothing. In the majority party, not one thing to impose on the Department of Justice or the FBI an appropriate sanction for what they've done. And we have a hearing about it, and everybody in the minority party, they're fearing what Donald Trump would do in the next administration while they sit here and they look at the guy who's been persecuted by the FBI. And everybody in the room understands it. Mr. Allen, do you have comments you wish to make? I'll give you about a minute and a half, and then I want to turn the rest of my time to Mr. Jordan.
Boy, this one gonna be different. I love when 1 + 1 = 2. Y'all sit back and relax, man. I be telling y'all I don't do politics, but I ain't scared of what pop up on my desk. If you're new here, man, this is the weekly wrap-up. We got about 3 videos, man, to showcase what's been going on in our wonderful country. We're going to look at every one of them, and I'm going to give my opinions and let y'all talk about it in the comments. So let's see what's up in America.
Yes, sir. I would just say that I consider the hearing today my last act of service as a public servant for the United States of America. And I'll give you my professional opinion. I was an intel professional for our country for many years, and I would give recommendations, and I'd also look at indications and warnings. So I would offer this to the American people as my warning to them. Since this is a warning to the American people, I say, I personally have no confidence that the FBI will rein in its own conduct. I've been persecuted along with Garrett, Steve and Kyle, and countless other whistleblowers. It is my opinion that the Bureau used reprisal and fear to control the workforce. It has been a seemingly effective tactic. I personally believe that there are no current effective checks and balances against them conducting lawless action with any type of correction in a legitimate time frame. I welcome the work of the IG, but I think any type of lawless action, there's no legitimate time frame to rein them back in. Their ability to overclassify information can allow them to stonewall forever. To the American people, you have a duty as a citizen to vote, and I strongly urge you to do so. It's how you participate in the American experience. I know people have doubts about election integrity, but you must vote. It is your claim. Stake your claim and don't forfeit it willingly. Have your voice heard. My other recommendations are in the natural order. First, vote. The second is the Second Amendment. Arm yourself and know how to defend yourself. Make 3 to 4 friends in your neighborhood and promise to come to each other's mutual aid in times of hardship. And during the Great Depression, people stocked up a pantry. So I think that's a good practice, especially in our economic times, and make sure you have 3 to 4 months of food. And as a person of faith, I'd say pray the rosary, go to the First Friday devotions. That's for everybody, all my brothers and sisters of all faiths, and I know I'm Catholic, and read the gospel of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and live it every day. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for the time.
You know, Mr. Allen, the fact that there are servants like you who have borne up under persecution that a lot of political leaders in this country do not care about is the thing that heartens the American people, and I'm confident the American people will resolve the situation no matter how weak Washington is in response. Mr. Jordan, I'm sorry I didn't reserve much time for you, but I yield to you.
Y'all motherfuckers is crazy, family. On me. I am Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida. If this is your first time joining us, I'm remiss. I usually say that in the intro, but man, forget all that formal bullshit. Family, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. I want to spend so much damn time breaking down what the hell we just heard that I don't want to add the 2 videos on the end, but I'm telling you how God brought these 3 stories to my damn desktop. I got to make sure that y'all hear the other 2 stories on the back of this, and I'm still going to take my motherfucking time with this one. So this may be the longest And I'm sorry, I ain't gonna keep saying that word. This may be the longest weekly wrap up that we have. I'm telling you, have ever had. So just kick back and relax. If all you want to see is the videos, this ain't that type of video because we got 3 videos here, man. I want to get to the most obvious stuff first, fam. You were persecuted for 27 months because they was doing some type of BS with your security clearance, playing games with you. Didn't they just murder Marcellus Williams? I might not be saying his name right, guys. I'm more responsible. I mean, I'm more attached to just knowing people as humans versus their like designations and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because I know his mom and his girl, whatever, probably call him Marcellus and, you know, whatever. But the people, you know, when you got friends, I'll call each other other names. I'm talking about a young man that they executed. And correct me if I'm wrong. I was in Missouri. Correct me if I'm wrong. I seen trending another name beside his. So did they murder someone else who may have been innocent in America's capital punishment system around the same time that they murdered Marcellus up there in Missouri? Man, I ain't covered that shit. Man, I would have been there and crashed out around this motherfucker. I said I was going to say that again. I lied. Thinking about that. You know what I mean? Y'all literally murdering a man in front of us, fam. What you... All right. And then over here, this is what we got going on, bro. And we got name after name after name after family after family after family after generations after generations. When you take one, it don't just affect one. That's a seed that you kill, big dog. And we all know seeds grow. You effectively stop the seed from growing. You can't measure that kind of damage and that kind of terror. And you want us to give a damn because this motherfucker security clearance was held up in some bureaucracy for 27 months. Man, y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind. I told y'all, first and foremost, when I said I wasn't going to say that word no more, I lied. Number 2, I told y'all, I just think a little deeper. When I hear things, I be like, hell no, I heard what you said, but I also heard what you're saying is saying, and I heard what you're saying is saying, and on and on and on. How the hell you want us to feel sympathy for this man when we got real American dead bodies out here, bro? I hope you get your shit together, boy. But if you ain't been alive too long, everybody going through something, big dog. Especially on their damn job. What the wrong with you, fam? We got real dead American bodies associated with them cowards you said I served so long for. You was IT, big dog. I ain't smart with a damn. I tell y'all, I can get to 1 + 1 = 2 all the way up to probably 6. But motherfucker, if you was with them for that long, your ass should have had IT, I think means intelligence, and got something to do with it. And your ass should have had enough information and intelligence to know you shouldn't have had a damn thing to do with them motherfuckers. You ain't want to, at first I was wondering like, okay, when I seen the story, I heard it about like, okay, maybe he's one of them good cop dudes. He got out. He seen what was going on. He like, hell no, I don't get down like this. Now, you told us you've been there for a while, motherfucker. So, only time you ready to give them up, snitch, is when they done turned on your ass. I'm not respecting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not respecting it. I want to tell you KMA, but I ain't going to say that. I'm just going to tell you I'm not respecting it. That's the first thing you popped out. Your ass talking about 27 months of bureaucracy, security clearance being held up. We got body after body. Go to some of these family homes, bro. And this dude on the podium yielding time and shit talking about Americans gonna clear this up for you. No, motherfucker. Americans focus on these families out here that are left mourning because your corrupt ass comrades done murdered them. And now you understand talking about, he said, oh, they can just, I wish I remember the specific words he said, but basically he just said they can hold up the process so long that they never actually have to respond and be accountable for their actions. That dude said so damn much, fam. That just points to the lives that we live and what the hell we've been telling you. We didn't have to serve in no damn government capacity, motherfucker, to say the things that you said on that damn stand saying. And this dude said, no one will hold them accountable. You heard what I said? Didn't I begin this video saying I like when 1 + 1 = 2 because that's almost as high up as my brain go? Haven't I been saying in my last few videos without ever knowing I run up on this damn story that it's not just these damn beat cops, it's the government all the way up to the highest elected officials? I'm just saying, some of y'all watch me all the time. Y'all probably the only ones still watching right now. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all give me energy, the comments, the love. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, it keep me going because these videos is work. But haven't I been saying that? Y'all know it because y'all been listening to me. I said it's not just the beat cops. And what is he saying? I'm amazed. I'm shocked. Whatever damn words he used, that no one would do anything about this motherfucker. We got body after body, mourning and grieving family after mourning and grieving family. Y'all just killed Marcellus up there in Missouri, knowing that man very well may be innocent. That should have been enough right there to stop that bullshit. And the governor would not stop it. And then you got these motherfuckers. I swear, I'm almost promising I seen another name trending next to his around the same time. Same situation, same context. What the fuck are you talking about, big dog? Y'all have us messed up as Americans because you motherfuckers don't care until it reaches those levels where you are. He talking about this is my last service of the American public. Motherfucker, I would like to know when you first served the American public, since you stayed with that corrupt organization for so long. This is your last service. And now let me touch on what he said, guys. Y'all got to hear this. He sat in front of the American government and said, and boy, your ass had that shit backwards as hell. You should have been praying first, motherfucker. I'm telling you, you could tell his thinking is off because he's been with this terrorist ass organization for this long, but now he and the whole time he thought he was serving the American public, but now he wants to snitch and come out like he's some kind of good guy. Motherfucker, all that shit that you snitching on right now was going on while the hell you were there, and you ain't finna convince me and my thinking mind that you ain't know about it. You should have been praying first, motherfucker. If you'd have been listening to God, Jesus Christ, the name that you evoked, I'm not sure even if you would have been attached to that organization that you served so long for, according to you, I'm not sure you would have operated in a capacity that it seems like you did. Let me get back to what the hell this man said. Pray first, my guy. Don't put God on the end. Don't put God on the end of all your material aspirations, motherfucker. But this Negro, the first thing he said after vote, see, that's what I'm saying, you backwards. You got God somewhere in the back, and you got voting first. Motherfucker, we ain't voting. And the ones of us who are voting, we ain't relying on it like your motherfucker. Now you talking about first. And I'm talking about, it's a couple of Americans out this motherfucker, I'm telling y'all. And the ones I'm talking about right now, bro, even if we do vote, boy, we just realizing like that's just one more net that we cashing into a rod that we cashing into the sea in the water, big dog. We not relying on that shit. And the rest of us ain't even involved in this bullshit y'all got going on anyway. But you had that first. But did you guys hear what the hell he said second? A federal agent snitching on the federal government and the FBI, a government official sitting on the stand snitching on the federal government saying they ain't gonna do a damn thing and they know shit is fucked up out here, and then a federal agent, this is what he suggests to us in his detraction from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the federal government. This is what he suggests to us. The second thing he suggests to us, guys, get your damn guns. I'm not even gonna list the rest of the things this man said. I just want you to rethink, remember what he said, or go back and listen to what this Federal Bureau of Investigation agent, this information intelligence officer told us. Get your damn guns. Get you a bunker and hide some food in it and pray, motherfucker. Sometimes I think I be tripping because the more I look at these stories and the more I look at the world I'm living in, I'm like, a lot of people ain't even think about this. So maybe we just going off the deep end. And maybe we still are. But I know I just heard an FBI agent say, get your guns, get you some food and hide it that's going to last you for a few months, and pray, motherfucker. Americans, if that doesn't tell you what the hell is going on in our world, then listen to that other government agent saying, I watch the highest levels of government know this is going on and stall and not do a damn thing. You better listen to some motherfucker about it. And I hope it's God and your damn common sense. Let's see what the hell else is going on in America, because I'm thinking these two stories are going to only accentuate that bullshit that I really want to spend way more time on. But let me say this again before I get out and get to these next videos. Motherfucker, I pray you get your shit together. But we got real grieving and mourning families out here. And they grieving and mourning because your cohorts, your co-workers, your peers murdered people they love senselessly, and them motherfuckers ain't get penalty number one. So please don't think we prioritize your 27 months of security clearance being held up by some bureaucracy compared to what real Americans are dealing with who won't get the chance to sit down in front of the government and tell their story. Family, frankly, we got to remind ourselves to give a Let's see what else going on in America.
Educators are teaming up with state lawmakers to draft legislation designed to curb school threats.
It comes after the Tennessee Department of Homeland Security investigated more than 120 school threats in a single week this month. State Capitol reporter Tori Gessner explains one of those potential bills.
Classrooms are meant for lessons, not lockdowns. But lately in Tennessee, that hasn't been the case.
School threat arrests outside of Knox County.
A national middle schooler facing charges after police determined he was behind threats to his school.
2 teens have been detained in 2 separate instances at school.
J.C. Bowman, executive director and CEO of Professional Educators of Tennessee, says school threats are a real problem.
I talked to a teacher last week. She was both angry and crying at the same time. It's taking its toll on teachers and on students.
From classrooms to the Capitol, the fight against school threats is getting a new lesson plan. Educators like Bowman are working with lawmakers on potential bills ahead of the next legislative session.
We want to make sure we're fair to both to the student, but we also need to make sure that if it's a credible threat, We take that kid out of the situation so that the other children have an opportunity to learn.
Bowman says one way to do that is to place the students who make credible threats in secure holding cells in a juvenile detention facility for up to 3 days.
And if the child himself needs mental health counseling, maybe it's a time to identify.
Their parents would then reimburse the state for the cost. Bowman says funding could be a roadblock, but since a single school threat can cost tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the organizations involved, this proposal might save money in the long run.
Principals, superintendents, teachers, students missing learning time, police officers, healthcare professionals, everything. It is costing a lot of money for this. And I think we've got to say enough is enough, and there are consequences for it.
Reporting in Nashville, I'm Tori Gessner.
Educators are meeting with lawmakers Thursday to talk about the proposed legislation. Tennessee's Department of Homeland Security has investigated more than 320 school threats so far this year, and that doesn't include the threats school districts investigated on their own.
Hey, Australia, I apologize. I ain't calming down this whole damn video. Is y'all listening to what the hell, man? Family, I don't get no, y'all can multiply all them school threats y'all investigated by 10,000, boy. I don't get no damn. Let me rewind a little bit, fam, because I got to make the first connecting point, because I told you these next two videos are going to connect to that last one. The government literally wants to immediately hold our children accountable when they make verbal threats. Didn't we just hear damn FBI agents saying they up that bullshit, and our response to they bullshitting, we need to get our damn guns and pray? Didn't we just hear FBI agents say that? But these same motherfuckers, the government, the American government, wants to immediately hold our children accountable when they make verbal threats. And then this other Negro, who's not even, I guess he probably is a government. I don't know if he's an independent agency or what. These are the type of Americans that I tell you guys to watch out for, because they all don't have official capacities in the government. They all don't wear badges, et cetera, et cetera. Senate, Congress, president, et cetera, et cetera. They all not married. Nah, some of these motherfuckers are just civilians. This Negro was up there telling them he's advising the government on how to help them handle our damn kids. And what his first advice is, lock their ass up. Let me ask you a very reasonable question in my crazy ass mind. If our adults think like animals, what the hell are our kids gonna behave like? What the fuck make you think locking up a damn child is the answer to any damn problem, family? I don't, listen. Y'all listen, y'all know me. I'm Trailhand Bill. If you're new, let me go and put you on game. Man, have your opinion in the comments. Just don't think it obligate me to abandon mine. So you don't gotta agree with what I'm about to say. If kids murder someone, I'm not talking about going on a murder spree one time. I ain't talking about they murder people, we let them out, they murder. No, if kids, man, I'm talking about children do shit like that, I'm not a fan of locking them up, big dog. I'm not a fan, and I ain't even gonna dive too deep off of that cliff to tell you why. But I think I'm not saying take school threats lightly. What I want to tell you is this right here. Contrasted to that last damn video where the federal agent was telling us that the government agent was telling us the government goes so far to hide they bullshit that it will never be uncovered, and we should respond to it by getting our guns and pray. Contrast that with how these Negroes saying we should handle our kids. That's the first lesson I'm going to tell you. The second one, I said, they're children. I think it should be taken very seriously. We've seen the damage that kids can do. These motherfuckers ain't saints now. They can do some wicked shit. But they're children. I think we need to handle it like that, and we don't, because we are the ones who have the minds of animals. Man, put their ass in, not a cell, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Not even a detention facility like that. We need to get these kids to some damn hospitals. Get them around some compassionate and caring professional counselors, man. Get these kids, like we supposed to be saying, we're giving our convicts and inmates a chance to rehabilitate them damn selves. They can be great people. You already want to set them on the path to being lifelong criminals because they making verbal threats? Man, I'll slap your ass upside your head for that bullshit. You want to lock me in a room too, fam? I'm telling you, this don't make no sense. From the government to these people advising the government supposedly on our behalf. This is how they see humans, man. And this don't make no sense. Hide our bullshit as adults. But when it comes to even kids, hold their ass accountable and throw them in the cell somewhere. Family, I don't see life like people do, and that's why I be saying to myself, I'm Trailhand Bill. We got one more motherfucking story. And if I remember it correctly, it's going to wrap all two of these bullshit stories up. Let's see it. Let's see what the story is, because I think I got a lot more to say on the end of this video. This is the weekly wrap-up, man. That's what we always do here. 3 videos and we out. I'm mad as hell at Tennessee about this, man. This Negro said throw him in a cell that kid found. Just throw him, set them on the path to being criminals, huh? Don't give them any type of rehabilitative or reformative help. I can't stand you motherfuckers sometime, man. I got to pray. I already said it. Let's see what else going on in America.
The family of Zachary Fornash is speaking out after a Stark County grand jury declined to indict a Canton police officer for the shooting death of their loved one. I'm Remy Murray with how the family is reacting to this news and how they say they will continue fighting.
I never want another mother to have to sit in this seat with somebody next to them that has to fight their fight.
With a heavy heart,
My best friend.
Cassandra White sits before me with her lawyer, Bobby DiCello, both devastated by the outcome.
It's not the news we wanted to hear.
The pair say they hoped Canton police officer Garrett Marino would be indicted on criminal charges for the shooting death of Zachary Fornash in December 2023. But instead, a Stark County grand jury did not find enough evidence to support the charge, so the case will not proceed to trial.
This is not only just happening to her, this is happening to too many citizens of Northeast Ohio who are not getting justice.
The events leading up to Fornash's death all happened after residents flagged Marino down to alert him about a man who brandished a gun during an argument. Body camera video, which we warn may be difficult to watch, shows the moments Marino drives to a Canton apartment complex, jumps out of his car, and starts running towards Zachary Fornash.
Get the on the ground.
Seconds later, Marino spots Fornash and tells dispatch he has a gun. That's when you hear Marino shouting warnings at Zachary Fornash. But Fornash turns around and keeps walking. Video shows Fornash putting his right hand in his jacket's pocket and then turning towards Marino. The officer begins shooting. Police say Fornash was shot 5 times, and as he laid on the ground, he eventually told officers he had a BB gun.
My son walked away. He didn't threaten him. He didn't harm him. The Marino was never in any danger.
As White comes to terms with this difficult decision, DiCello says they still want to hear from the city so White can be given a voice.
This mom right here has a say and needs to have a say in how the system changes to make us safer.
I don't want his memory being the guy that walked away from an officer. So with that comes change. When change comes, Zachary's voice will be heard.
Canton police declined to comment beyond saying they will soon receive Bureau of Criminal Investigation's findings and will conduct an internal review. In the meantime, Officer Marino is back to full duty. For News 5, I'm Remy Murray reporting.
One thing about it, I'm going to tell you when I at least think I'm wrong, and definitely when I know I'm wrong now. We're going to talk about that. What I wanted to say, because I forgot to say it in this other video, it also in the last one, it also ties into how, you know, the accountability and the pressure we put on our kids to be responsible, but we don't do with adults. In that teaching field, I'll be the first one to say it, man, and I'm going to say this without biting my tongue. It's permeated by a lot of soft-ass females. And so they whine about every damn thing. And the reason I'm saying that is not just to take a shot at women, especially female teachers. It's to say, like, like I say, immediately you want to throw the kids in jail and hold them responsible. Why don't you just tell these damn teachers to grow the hell up? Now, with me saying that, let me add some balance to that point. I'm one who thinks, like, cops need to be paid less and teachers need to be paid more. I do think they are underpaid. But that don't change the fact that your ass know what you're getting into. And then when you get into it, don't act like you are the kid, the 2 or 3 or 4, you know what we're going to say, 2 to 18-year-old in that 2 to 17-year-old in that situation. Act like you the fucking adult. But what we do is we enable these grown-ass women to act like toddlers, and then we expect the kids to act like adults. I don't like that shit. And I think that's another situation right here where I can absolutely sympathize with this lady and this family and this attorney. You guys are not going to like what I'm about to say right here, but like I say, man, when I'm wrong, I just share my opinion, and I invite you to share yours even in dissent. No, this mother doesn't deserve anything. This mother doesn't deserve anything, sir. And I think that's when we ourselves taint the conversation. Because while watching this video, and I'm like, damn, we back in not just Ohio, but Canton, y'all be having a lot of bullshit going on up there with the cops. I know this for sure. I done covered several stories and passed over several stories. So I'm like, when he says, like, this is just something she's dealing with, but the citizens of Canton are dealing with, I'm like, I can at least vouch for that because I've covered a lot of stories from out of that area. But then when he ends the video saying, sir, you totally kind of, to me, like I said, I think a little deeper. I hear what you're saying, and then what you're saying is saying, you say, you open it up and you made it the conversation it should be. This is about Americans, specifically Canton, Ohio Americans, but then you closed it with her. Nah, sir, she don't, like, everybody need a voice. So what if the other people that deserve a voice, because they've gone through this too, disagree with her voice? That's when we come to the table and we try to get an understanding that everybody is comfortable with, man. But don't just narrow it down to a specific person. And I think narrowing it down to women and mothers is the way the public in general pulls on a lot of heartstrings. I don't go for that bullshit, family. I'm always telling y'all the conversation is about humanity. No special interest groups divided in that pie. It's 100% of us. I don't give a damn what special interest or demographic you put on it. It's about all of us, not just one. So now, that's a perfect segue for me to get back to why I do think I was wrong. And I have to point that out in this situation. It's about all of us. I'm not for senseless violence. I don't care who the perpetrators or the victims are. I don't know what was going through Zachary's mind, man. That shit hurt my heart to hear that story, family. That shit hurt. I don't like senseless violence. I don't like people losing their life. It's precious and invaluable, man. Damn, I watched you. They said you had a gun. I watched you turn away when that cop was running up on you, telling you to stop. I'm pretty sure he had his weapon out then. Definitely had access to it. You turned around and put your hand in your pocket, man. After that, big dog, he can take that uniform off and you can put me in that situation. I don't know if I'm shooting you 5 times. I don't know how I'm handling that damn situation, but I'm certainly not sitting around waiting to decide how you choose to handle it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All you had to do, and I'm not victim blaming here. This is very hard for me to say because I'm with Americans over the American government, including cops every time. But family, you can't expect nobody, and this is what we always telling the government. What the fuck make you think we just supposed to sit here and while you threaten or potentially threaten our very lives, man? I have a right to defend that. They say you had a gun, you turned around, walked away, put your hand in your. I seen it. I'm watching the video. I'm like, damn, you put your. And I'm saying, I don't know if Zachary suffered from some type of mental. I don't know the context of the situation, but I'm also saying the cop doesn't either. And you could put me in that and take the cop out, bro. I'm not sitting there. I don't know the context either. I just seen you put your hand in your pocket and walk away. While I know I have the right to tell you to chill your ass out. And now you turning like you turn. Nah, bro, we're not doing that. I think it was a very, very unfortunate situation, bro, and it was a perfect storm and it ended in the worst way. And what I thought was it was going to be a story where the cop was clearly guilty, and so we could tie to those other stories, like in the first one where the government was telling us the government is corrupt, and the second one where the same government wants to hold the kids immediately accountable, and the third one we see exactly what they're talking about because they got this corrupt cop and they let him off the hook. But frankly, guys, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know how the hell they indicted this guy on this. Not based on that video. Maybe there's more I need to see. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying this to be insensitive to Zachary or his family or any Americans who've been slaughtered by these cows, man. Y'all know how I feel if you watch me frequently. If you don't, I ain't got time to explain it this time. But I'm saying, man, we're all human. We can't be putting people in situations, and literally that's the message we have for the cops and their handlers, the American government. We feel like your cop felt in that situation with Zachary. What the fuck make you think we just gonna sit back and keep letting y'all threaten our lives, man? Our loved ones' lives, man? And hide it. We don't have to ask. I've not only been saying this in the last few videos, we just had 2, not only federal agents say this, government agents say this, they represent government agencies. They said it about the agencies they represent. They're corrupt and we need to get our guns and pray. How the fuck you think we supposed to respond to that, man? I'm Trailhand Bill, y'all. I'm out. Weekly wrap up crazy this week, a ball of emotions, man. Man, when I be laughing, it ain't always because I find something funny. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. We got more videos coming. I've been very busy, so I haven't been able to get two a day out, but I'm trying to get back to that. But we definitely going to keep it at least 1 a day, man. Know who these cops are. Know your rights. Teach your children your right. Y'all be safe out here. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.